Hello friends, today we are going to start with chapter 6, Prospectus. Before going in the depth of the chapter, let me explain what is prospectus. Basically, prospectus are the booklet or a bunch of papers having information regarding the company's financial, technical information. Here we are more concerned with the financial information, that is, in future what company have planned, what are the company's objectives, everything. This is generally prepared before starting up of a company, or whenever a company wants to issue shares, the company has to prepare a prospectus so that shareholders, before investing in a company, decides after reading prospectus whether to invest or not. So prospectus are the basic document or very important document which are generally used by investors, and in prospectus you cannot write anything which is not correct, that is false statement. So here in prospectus, even who will be responsible if anything is written wrong, or because after reading prospectus a true investor invests in a business, and if you write what is actually not there, then it may give wrong impression in the mind of investors. Not only investors, even it is useful to governments, bankers, traders, many uses the prospectus, because prospectus also includes the brief history, idea about the company's objective. Each and every details are given in the prospectus. So now let us begin chapter 6, prospectus, page number 116. So in introduction, what they are saying is, after the registration of the company, a private company can immediately start its business, but public company has to obtain the certificate of starting business, that we have seen in incorporation of company. The procedure to be followed for obtaining the certificate for starting business, prospectus becomes an important document. Prospectus becomes an important document because public company is going to take money in the form of share capital from public. So if you want to invite public for investing in your business, public will definitely require something which will make sure that okay, investing in this company is not a bad idea or will get a good returns. So prospectus helps them, who are them? They are investors, to decide whether to invest or not. So prospectus is really important document. It helps in particular mindset, whether to go for investment or whether to not go for investment. That is the prospectus. Now for starting and giving momentum to any business activity, capital becomes the inevitable factor. Of course, if I want to start even a small business of vegetables, I need some kind of capital, without which I cannot. So basically capital becomes an inevitable factor. Private company satisfies its financial requirement from its internal sources. But public company cannot take even a step further without a large scale capital. Public company cannot take. The promoters of the company collect such large scale capital from their relatives, acquaintances, friends, brokers, investing institution, or from the public. To do so, people are invited to purchase company's share. People are invited to purchase what? Company's share. Such investment inviting document means the basically શુદ્ધ ગુજરાતીમાં કહો તો if you have any function at your home તમારે કોઈને આમંત્રણ આપવું પડે, આમંત્રણ આપો તો એ લોકો તમારા ઘરે આવે, તો કંપની અહીંયા આમંત્રણ આપે છે ભાઈ તમે અમારી કંપનીમાં પૈસા ઇન્વેસ્ટ કરો, એટલે આમંત્રણ આપો તો તમારે બધું વ્યવસ્થિત કાર્ડમાં લખેલું હોય કેટલા વાગે શું, તો અહીંયા ફાઇનાન્શિયલ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન વિશે લખેલું હશે, કઈ કંપનીના શેર છે, કેવી રીતના છે, કેવા રેટમાં છે, બધી ઇન્ફોર્મેશન, ડિટેલ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન. Got it? What I am saying is here you are inviting public for what? For investing money. So for why they should invest in your business? Why in your business only? So prospectus is the opportunity for a company to express their idea via prospectus. You can invest in our company because we are going to do so things. We have so future plans. So if I have these future plans, we can have so things. You are getting basically it is an invitation document for investment. You can say that. I hope this is clear to you. Now preparation for prospectus. So before the timely and properly issuing the prospectus, certain preparations are to be made, which are as under: number 1, primary agreements; number 2, appointment of experts; number 3, guarantee agreements; number 4, application for recognizing the share market; number 5, formulation of prospectus. So point 1 says primary agreement. So before the incorporation of company, that is before the registration of the company. So agreements reached by the promoters for the purchase, obtained assets, etc. recognized. Because I want to start a company. It's not easy process. I went to hotel and I had my dinner or I had my lunch. It's not that easy. I wait for some 5, 10, 15 minutes period or more than 1 hour and I get my food ready. No, it's not that easy process. Before your incorporation, the promoters decide at which place you will be doing business, and for doing such business they will be buying some land or factory or something. That all agreements and all assets are recognized in a company. So basically before prospectus, first the idea of company should come and basic agreement has to be done. Then comes your appointment of experts. Now you have started a company, so company will appoint their bankers, solicitors, there are lawyers, auditors, shareholders, etc. who will be helping company in various aspects of business. Then comes your guarantee agreements. Till the minimum funds are obtained from the companies cannot start business. As for the purpose of saving oneself from such uncertainty, the company signs guarantee agreement with shareholders. Suppose you want to issue a share, so minimum subscription has to be fulfilled. If minimum subscriptions are not fulfilled, then it will be done. Then company cannot operate its business. Company has to shut down and return all the money if minimum subscription is not done of the total share capital. For avoiding such situation, company signs guarantee agreements with underwriters. Who are underwriters? Underwriters are the appointed share brokers who takes the guarantee to sell your shares, and they get commission. And if you sign the guarantee agreements with underwriters, it means even though no one is subscribing in the share capital, underwriters will take the balance shares from you. Got it, everyone? That is guarantee agreement. Copy of such agreement along with prospectus is submitted to the registrar. Even this guarantees will be submitted with prospectus. Application from recognized in the share market. Company applies to share market to get its share debenture listed in the share market in order to attract people towards share debenture and to obtain large scale market and increase company's prestige and financial soundness. Now, I will not buy any random shares. I will first try to buy the listed shares. Listed shares means what? These are the recognized shares by SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. SEBI has recognized this company's share. So your risk level goes very down. If you go on unrecognized shares which are unlisted, risk is too high. Got it? Next comes your formulation of prospectus. For guarantee of following the provisions of law, advice from policy prospectus. Then, with the advice of lawyers, solicitors are nothing but advocates, lawyers. With their permission, the prospectus are now comes to define nature and importance. Prospectus means an invitation to the public for purchasing company share debentures, as I said. In other words, after incorporation, the company invites public to purchase its share debentures by circular, which is called prospectus. One kind of circular, one kind of information or notice for purchasing shares and debentures. That is nothing but prospectus. As per the provisions of the Companies Act, following is the definition of prospectus. Prospectus means any document described or issued as a prospectus or a notice, circular, advertisement, or any other document inviting offer from the public for subscription or purchase of any shares, debentures of a company. Basically, it is nothing but any document which invites the public for buying shares or debentures is nothing but prospectus. As per the definition, the prospectus means any document which is advertisement or circular, number 1, written or published document, number 3, invites public and not individual person. It is an invitation to the whole public, not to a particular person. Number 4, such invitation should be for subscription, purchasing of company shares, debentures, for accepting the securities. The prospectus are only for shares, debentures, for no any other assets or liabilities. Shares, debentures, these things happen through prospectus. Now there is a case law. In case of Nash versus Lane, it is around in 1929. It was held that the public is not invited to purchase shares, cannot call it a prospectus. If only the old members are proposed to purchase company shares, then it is called a prospectus in this sense. It's not necessary every time public, but old members can be invited to. In that sense, we can say prospectus too. Different objectives achieved by the prospectus, which can be shown as follows. Now there are 5 objectives of the prospectus. Number 1, for making aware the public that new company is incorporated. For making aware the public that new company is incorporated. Number 2, for inviting public to purchase company shares and debentures. Number 3, the conditions for purchasing shares, debentures is written and officially noting down. Number 4, to let them know that the responsibility of the statement made in the prospectus are understood and accepted by the directors. They are accepted by the directors. Number 5, to provide true conditions of the company to the depositors at the time of accepting deposits. So first one is we are making aware of some company shares are coming. Awareness is spread. Then you are inviting also. If you wish, you can buy our shares. You are even giving the conditions for purchasing, what price, how amount will be paid. It is not taken together. It is taken in parts. That is some amount of application, then on allotment, first call, then second call, that way. Then you also know that the responsibility of statement making prospectus are understood and accepted by the directors. Of course, directors cannot deny from that responsibilities. And lastly, to provide true conditions of the company to the depositors at the time of accepting the. And through prospectus, you even give the current position of the business. You show the current position. Rather than informing about the future, you state the current position of businesses. So and so. Then accordingly, seeing the current scenario, one can decide whether it will grow in future or not, whether I want to invest or not. Depends on person to person. The true test of any document is prospectus or not is whether it invites public for investing money or for purchasing shares, debentures or not. Even though it may have been presented in any other manner, it is nothing but the prospectus. The following legal provisions related to it are inevitable. So it is basically a document whether it invites or not for public for investing or for purchasing of shares or debentures. If it is presented in some different way, then also it is a prospectus. There is no specific format. but basic idea is it is invitation to the public basically for buying or selling the for buying the shares. So next is the form of prospectus is not important, but its message is important. So number one, importance. Now let us study importance. The prospectus is the chain joining company with public. It is such a bridge passing through its investor can reach the company as per the provisions of the Companies Act. Company's name, address of registered office, details related to memorandum, share capital guarantee, contract, primary contract, foreign corporations, contract directors, officers, as everyone. It is useful to directors, contractors, creditors, bankers, and it should be linked with memorandum and article. If memorandum is saying something different and prospectus says different, that is not acceptable. And the information given in prospectus is wrong or has been purposefully made some wrong statement, then the directors are liable for such loss. If anyone investor finds some loss or something. So basically, by details that the public can come to know where their money would be utilized by the company, and based on this information, people take decision to purchase share dividends. As I said, after having a detailed analysis, you can have a clear mindset whether you want to invest or not. If it is as per your expectation, your mindset will say to invest. If it is not for your as per your expectations, the mind will not say to buy. So it will make your mindset more clear and firm. Under the provisions of the Companies Act, the presenting such hazard and illusive information, the promoters and directors becomes liable. For the provisions for stringent action has been made. Now the actions are strict. If you are fooling the people by giving some wrong statement or something, it is not allowed. Prospectus should be clean like a mirror and transparent. It should be crystal clear. Whatever it is there in the current situation, the same has to be written in prospectus. Different things you cannot write. To the extent truth and clear details of facts are present and similar to the extent company's real condition can be known, and that is the objective of the prospectus. It is rightly said that prospectus is company's reflecting document. It is rightly said that prospectus is company's reflecting document. Got it, everyone? I hope you got it. What I am saying is right. Any doubt with this? Just have a glance till prospectus importance, then we'll see details of prospectus too. Now we are going to see the details of prospectus. So, what the prospectus contains in it? What are the details of prospectus? As per the requirement of the law, the company's prospectus should contain all the details given in the Schedule 2 of the Companies Act. The details in the Schedule 2 can be divided into 4 sections. Section 1, details for the newly incorporated company. Number 2, details of the company having its running business. Number 3, necessary reports. And number 4, share application. So number 1, details of the newly incorporated company. So prospectus are as for if it is a new company, details will be different. If it is a running business, it will be different. Reports will be included, that will be seen in the 3rd part, and share application to be included for prospectus, that will be seen in 4th part. So for newly incorporated company, primary details will be there, that is name of the company, address of the registered office where the office is located, when the date of publishing prospectus. It should not have been you are giving 5 years old prospectus to the existing shareholder. No, date is really important. So with date, one can decide whether it is advisable or whether it is profitable or whether company will go on hiatus or not. Clear with this? That is dates. Next comes the details of the company. Then comes the date of publishing. After the details about the application for listing in share market. When your shares are listed in market, when everything is done, that is done in prospectus. That are written in prospectus. Second comes details about the memorandum. Details about memorandum. So we have learned very in detail about memorandum and article. You know very well. So name of the company, address of the register office, main and subsidiary objectives, the name, address, description of business, profession, shares held by person who signed incorporation clause. Every detail of memorandum is given in prospectus. When it was done, who signed, who are the directors, what are the addresses, everything. Details about the share capital, which kind of shares, equity, preference, dividend rate, everything here. Number one, company's official and issued share capital. That is ROC 5 crores rupees authorization, and you have already issued 2 crores. So 3 crores is still unsubscribed or unissued. Then from this we are issuing more or what? That is what is about the authorized capital, official capital, whatever ROC is registrar of companies. Then comes your types of shares and its number in shares capital. Which type of equity or preference, and in what numbers? 1 lakh shares, 1 crore shares, 10,000 shares. In what number you are ready to issue shares? That is numbers. Price of the shares. At what price the shares are affordable? Everything. That is price of the shares. Number, rights of the shareholders. What are the rights of the shareholder? That is number 4. That is whether they can vote, whether they can allow proxy or not. Proxies, in the absence of shareholder, proxy can give their vote. So everything about the rights of shareholder is given in prospectus. If there are redeemable preference shares, then the date of redeeming and match up. Shares, redeemable, irredeemable. Redeemable means after certain time you have to give your shares to the company back and company will pay. So that redemption date and everything is decided through that information. It will be redeemable after 5 years, 3 years, 7 years, whatever. Then if the shares are issued by premium or discount, then its details. Whether company is willing to give any discount or whether company is going to pay premium on the share, that comes under these things. Then comes the limited liability of members. Limited by guarantee or unlimited. Limited liability of members is basically whether to what extent the members will be having a liability. That is the liability clause. Date of issuing minimum subscription and closing date time. When your minimum subscription will be issued and at what date you will be closing your issue. That is declaration. Then next is declaration that if a person cheats the company by applying for purchasing share on false name, he can be punished. Many times many people just do some fun or just they give their fake name, address and they we are going to purchase, and later on the company comes to know the name, address, everything was fake. So such clauses can be utilized where the company can punish such person who are doing such kind of things. Next comes your details of minimum subscription. The minimum amount fixed by the director as per the provisions of Companies Act, and amount to be paid at the time of sanctioning the share capital. That is details of minimum subscription. Next comes details of share guarantee. Name of the broker giving guarantee for the shares, debentures, guarantee commission or brokerage amount, and mode of payment. The director statement to the effect that there are sufficient sources to fulfill the liability arising out of the guarantee contracts too. That will be coming under details of share guarantee. Then comes your details of primary contract. Date of primary contract, parties of primary contract and details of contract. Details about the time and place of examining primary contracts. At what date the primary basic so that the investor will be able to know, oh, such contracts are already in. Fine. Details of primary expense, that is before starting off of business, what expense you have done, that is primary expense, payment of amount paid for primary expense, amount paid for primary expense, incident the estimate. Suppose you thought that 5 lakhs will be the primary expense, but actually it was 8 lakhs. You can excess amount information, estimation 5 lakhs, actual 8 lakhs. Everything should be crystal clear. Details related to directors and other officers of the company. Who are the directors, name of the directors, everything will be there here in direct, and what the interest will be given to directors, loan and all, everything. Details of assets, which assets we have, from when we purchase, agreements related to assets are done or not, ownership is reviewed, every detail of the assets will be given in the, so that asset, after knowing the assets and liability, one can decide, okay, whether we want to continue or not. And next comes the details about the auditor. Name, address and amount of remuneration of the first auditor appointed by the company. Return permission for agreeing by the auditor. This is the details about the auditor. These are the things which will be, these are the things which will be there in the details of prospectus. Basically, there are 9 points which we learn in details of prospectus. So, prospectus are basically the basic documents which invites the public to purchase the shares. And the second part will be continuing in the next video. If you have any doubt or query, please fill the query form or contact us. We will definitely solve your doubts. Thank you.